Hi YouTubers, something important, something goddamn important. So, talk based around essentially is the word or the phrase in your mom's basement a bad word or phrase? So, what does this mean basically? You might say, well, that guy is probably a 30-year-old guy in his mom's basement writing that comment. It's a comment regarding trolls or haters or flamers, people who write negative comments. People call you a bitch, people call you an asshole, people who write negative stuff on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So, essentially, is it a bad word or bad phrase to say, well, that guy is probably a 50-year-old guy in his mom's basement? And the answer is, it's definitely not polite ass like the big ass cigar to say, oh, that guy must be like a 40-year-old guy in his mom's basement writing those comments, trolling, flaming, hating, etc., etc. It's definitely not nice ass like the big ass cigar, especially around your elderly 100-year-old granny. You wouldn't say a crap around your elderly 100-year-old granny, because obviously that's very offensive, very damn offensive, very, very damn offensive to say that phrase around your elderly 100-year-old granny. But is it a bad word or a bad phrase? It's more of a phrase or a saying as opposed to a bad word. Now the answer is, it's probably not. It's probably in the category of name calling, like stupid, dumb, idiot, imbecile, shut up, for example. It's definitely not polite ass like a big ass cigar, because you're basically saying you're kind of in a way accusing somebody of being a certain person. You're saying, well, you must be a 35-year-old man living in your mother's basement, writing these comments, and for all you know, you really have no clue what the person's actually is in real life, because you're not psychic, you're not fucking psychic, you can't tell, you don't have telekinesis, you can't tell what the person's life is actually. I mean, for all you know, they could be making $1 million fucking dollars. They could be living in a mansion somewhere, and who knows, they might just be a real dick. It's like, there are people who are wealthy, rich, have a wonderful lifestyle, and are just real idiots. It's like, not all the time, and generally not all the time, because most people who seep really low and write those negative, really nasty comments are unhappy with their own life, and that's why they're writing comments, they're bitching at you and writing those nasty comments, is because they're unhappy with their own life, and they're trying to, use somebody as their dog to kick around, their puppy to kick around, essentially because they're unhappy with their own life. But for all you know, I mean, you have no clue. It's like, that person could be making $1 million a year, not very likely, but yeah, so it's kind of like accusing somebody, back to the point of the video, it's kind of like accusing somebody of like being something they might not be. It's like saying, well, you might be making $1 million, but you really have no clue, because obviously YouTube is anonymous and you don't have information unless you know the person personally about their own life. You get what I'm saying? So the whole freaking point is, the phrase "in your mom's basement," it is kind of a little bit borderline, a little bit edgy ass like the big ass cigar, because you are kind of accusing somebody of being something they might not be. Like, a lot of people think I live with my parents still, even though I've been living independently for over 5 years now. A lot of people think I still live with my parents. I got a comment, many years ago saying, move out of your mom's basement. It's like, you have no clue. You have no freaking clue. It's like, you have no freaking clue. How the hell do you know I live in my mom's basement? It's like, you're assuming. That's the word for it. You're assuming ass like the big ass cigar that, for example, I live in my mom's basement. Never assume, believe it at that. That's the whole fucking point. So the whole freaking point is, essentially, you're assuming that somebody might be a certain person. You're painting a picture of somebody, and they might or might not be that. I mean, they might be that kind of person, and a lot of trolls are those kind of persons, because trolls are idiots. It's like, they're bitches or bastards, and obviously a lot of trolls, a hell of a lot of trolls, are just living in their mom's basement, writing nasty comments, trolling somebody, fucking around with somebody, but for all you know, they might or might not be that. You're assuming, you're making an assumption about somebody. So, anyway, have a nice day. I've rambled on long enough. Bye-bye.